Welcome everybody to Aerial Blast Bow Build. I am the 7th Sword and now it's time. Please note I'm putting a spoiler alert here just for people that do not want to be spoiled on monster names and things like that. I am going to be going over high-end gear, high-rank gear, so proceed at your own discretion. Quick overview of this bow build. This is all about using aerial aim and using blast, so hence the aerial blast. Now it's also very effective on the ground, but the whole point is you're doing damage to set up your aerial aim so that you can then rain down tons of damage and explosions. It's really fun. Now the one drawback to this build is it does leave you a little bit squishier than other builds because one, you're a bow, so you take more physical damage, but you take less elemental damage. And two, the armor that I'm using is mostly light blue, as you can see, so you don't really get a lot of defense boost from that. However, you can mitigate some of that damage by eating for some defense Dango. I'll show you what Dango that I typically go out on the hunt with, and I also do use mega armor skins when fighting those tougher monsters and things like that, just to give you a little edge in that defense, because you can get two-shot in this build. So this is kind of a glass cannon bow build. But if you do it right with the aerial aim and the dodging and all that stuff, once you know a monster's moveset and patterns, you won't get hit as much. Alright, so let's get into the equipment itself. For the bow, I have the Sinister Soul Piercer. It has a level 2 decoration slot and a level 1 decoration slot. It has 24 blast and attack 200. I put a blast boost 2 on it as the rampage skill. The Sinister Soul Piercer also comes with a close range plus coating, power coating, blast coating, and exhaust coating. It does not have any poison, para, or sleep. The bow itself, at level 1 charge, it gives you pierce level 5. At level 2, it gives you spread level 3. At level 3, it gives you spread level 4. And at level 4, it gives you rapid level 5. For the helmet, I have the Mighty Bow Feather. It has 0 slots, but it grants you the bow charge plus skill. This is absolutely essential for doing maximum damage with bow builds, as it gives you that extra level of charge and dramatically increases your damage output. For the chest piece, I have the shell studded vest. It comes with 2 1-slot decorations. It comes with normal rapid up and pierce up, level 1 each. For the gauntlets, I have the shell studded gloves, which come with spread up 1 and normal rapid up level 1 and 2 level 1 decoration slots. For the coil, I have the Valak coil. It comes with 1 level 2 decoration slot, and it comes with level 1 of normal rapid up. For the greaves, I have the shelled sandals, which give you 2 level 1 decoration slots and spread up 1, pierce up 1. For the pedal lace, I've chosen to go with the demon pedal lace just so that I can get some more attack while out on the field, and it still gives you a pretty good amount of stamina gained. If you are worried about it being squishy, you can always go for the Fortitude Pedal Lace 3, and you can go get more defense birds so that your defense is a little bit higher while you are learning a monster's move patterns and things like that. And finally, for the talisman, I got a pretty decent talisman. I say decent just because it has no slots, but it gives me spread up 1 and focus 1. So those are actually pretty good for a bow build. I will always have a power talent, a armor talent, a power charm, and an armor charm on my hunter at all times. So please keep that in mind when seeing how much damage I take and how much damage I dish out, as I'm getting a buff from those items in my item pouch. Let's get into the decorations. On the Sinister Soul Piercer, I have a Precise Jewel 2 and a Brace Jewel 1. On the Mighty Bow Feather, I have nothing because it has no slots. On the Shell-Studded Vest, I have 2 Steadfast Jewels. On the gauntlets, I have 1 recovery jewel and 1 steadfast jewel. On the coil, I have 1 precise jewel, and on the sandals or greaves, I have 2 recovery jewels, and on the talisman, I have nothing because it has no slots. With all of that working together, this is what you get. You get normal rapid up level 3, spread up level 3, recovery speed level 3, stun resistance 3, aim booster 2, pierce up level 2, bow charge plus 1, focus 1, flinch free 1. Now I wanted to focus on normal / rapid up, spread up, over pierce, but as you can see, I still have pierce at level 2. I would love to get everything to 3, but right now I don't think it's possible unless I get a miracle talisman. But I wanted to focus on these 2 specifically because those are the 2 you're going to be using more often, and this one is going to be at the end of your charge, so you're going to be dealing a lot more damage, it being at level 3. Spread up 3 greatly increases the power of spread ammo, shrapnel ammo, and spread type arrows. I have recovery speed at level 3, which quadruples the speed at which you heal recoverable damage. This is very important because if you're going to be getting hit and you take a massive amount of damage with this build, you have a pretty sizable portion of red gauge. If you take an immunizer along with recovery speed, it actually doubles the quadruple. So you'll be healing your health very quickly. Once you wire bug away, you'll have regenerated a good portion of that health, and so it increases your survivability so that you can go and get a quick heal in, or even just keep on attacking. I've got stun resistance at level 3 because if you do get hit, again, you are squishy, and if you get stunned, you are dead with this build. Because you're going to get hit once, be stunned, you're going to get hit again, you're done. So this is absolutely necessary for me, specifically right now, because I don't know every single monster's moveset, and it has saved me a bunch, I am sure. Aim Booster actually extends the range at which your arrows become effective. So this is very useful for bow, and it allows you to be farther away, but still retain that damage. Because when you're using a bow, there is a specific radius around the monster that your arrows will actually be effective. This extends that range. I would love to get this to level 3. I could make some sacrifices, but I think at level 2 it's pretty good. It's mostly because I want to use it with aerial aim, and aerial aim you do launch yourself up pretty high in the air, and I feel that aim booster at level 2 right now is pretty good. Of course 3 would be better, but right now I think this is the best that I can do, again, unless I get some sort of talisman that's a miracle talisman. Then we got Pierce up at level 2, which increases the piercing ammo, piercing arrow type. Bow Charge Plus. This is what's going to grant you that extra charge, and you're going to do much more damage because of it. Focus is a neat skill because for bows, it'll actually reduce the charge time by 5%. Now, I'm not sure if that actually includes the rapid fire because you are technically charging. With a 5% increase, I haven't been able to notice a difference when I'm just rapidly shooting. But I do want to do some more testing because if you can get this up to 20%, then you are shooting more arrows more often and doing more damage just because you are shooting more arrows. So it could be really good to put on there. This is more of a bonus because it was on my talisman. I haven't built it into this bow, but it's something that I definitely want to experiment further on in the future. And then we've got Flinch Free, which prevents knockbacks. It's excellent, especially for bow users when you're trying to line up a Dragon Piercer and things like that, because you can get knocked out of those by allies or even little monsters in the field. So at least having one flinch free helps prevent those situations from happening. Not entirely, because if you get hit with a more powerful attack, you're going to go flying, but this will at least mitigate some of that. So now I want to show you the ideal situation of what you're supposed to do with this bow. At power coating, I'm going to be demonstrating power coating first, just because I want to show you the maximum damage potential that you can have with it. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, power shot, aerial aim, and you can do massive amounts of damage. Now keep in mind this is a Toad adversary, so I'm dishing out 100% of my maximum damage, but still, when you're even dishing out 65% on a monster's weak spot or things like that, it's a lot of damage. One thing I do want to test out though is I want to know if upgrading the arrows is more effective in terms of damage output or going for all critical and then critical boost. I would be very interested to see a comparison with that. So I'm probably going to be working on something like that next. Really quickly, I wanted to go over the types of Dango that I typically get before going out on a specifically tough hunt. It also kind of mitigates some of the weaknesses of this bow build. Because I didn't build any stamina into it, that's kind of tough because bow is very stamina heavy. So I go for the Invigorating Dango, which reduces stamina depletion when evading, blocking, or doing certain other actions. I pick one of those. Then I go for the Centering, which actually increases the power of shots and arrows. And then usually, if I'm fighting something that I'm really weak against in terms of the element, I'll go for that element. Or if I'm not really too worried about the element, I'll go for Dango Defender High. Now, as you can see, you have a pretty low chance for the first two, but if you use a Dango ticket, you are at 90%, 95%, and 100% chance activation. So at least I'll have the defense, even if I don't get the other two, but the chances are very high that I'll get them. Dango tickets are actually really easy to obtain. I'm just going to let you know really quick how to do it here, just in case you're not aware. What you do is you go to Motley Mix, and you actually buy maybe a ton of raw meat from the Argosy. You just make it all. Make all of it, pay with money or points, however you want to. After that, you'll get the cute animation and everything. Got my 80 well done steaks. Then she's gonna want to talk to me. And she's gonna give me 36 Dango tickets. Now you could basically have never-ending Dango tickets, so do not worry about using those. They are very easy to get, as long as you are just doing the Motley Mix regularly. Now I do want you to see this build in motion, because it's all about the aerial aim and using blast, and I do have a snippet of a Zinogre fight that I'm going to show, because it just gives you an idea of what you can do with this bow, its strengths, its weaknesses, and everything like that.
Back to the village.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the aerial blast bow build. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you all later.